What is that?
You got something from Shade Tree Surgeon.
Shade Tree? I wonder if it's my rain gear that I let him borrow 3 years ago. All right, let me see it. A gift for you. Welcome to the team, sport. Let's rock and roll. From Shade Tree Surgeon. What team? Team Nike? Is this because we're trying to lose weight? These are dad shoes. I'm not a dad, but... Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do with these. It's time for some dad ventures. That's right, you guys. The time has finally come. For the first time in my career as Her Two Wheels, I get to ride a beautiful 2022 Honda Goldwing Tour. This is all because of you guys. If you don't pay attention to the comments in my comment section, a lot of you guys requested that I ride this specific motorcycle. This is the DCT version, which I'm stoked about because I got these new kicks and they're gonna look just as pretty as the day I unboxed them. If you're unfamiliar, DCT stands for dual clutch transmission, so this is an automatic motorcycle, and I am absolutely head over heels in love with this bike. And thank you so much for those comments, because guess what? Honda saw them. This is my new loaner bike. So instead of standing here in the blasted sun, I think we should hop on the bike and go take it for a spin. Let's go have a dad venture.
The dad ventures begin! And by dad ventures, I mean I'm going for a motorcycle ride on this absolutely beautiful spring Ohio day. I love this bike. Oh my god, I absolutely adore this motorcycle. I will go ahead and specify, this is not my very first time ever riding a Honda Goldwing DCT. I did in fact do a demo ride on a Honda Goldwing DCT in 2021 at the IMS show, the IMS Outdoors event in Chicago, Illinois. That demo ride unfortunately did not ever get published because somebody, during the demo ride, we did have an accident. So some people crashed into each other and it just totally derailed my thought process for the rest of the demo ride. So instead of just trying to piece together a halfway thought through, very first time test riding, what I think is a very critical, pivotal, important motorcycle in the industry, I just scrapped it. And I told Honda while I was in Daytona for Bike Week on the Honda Rebel DCT, I was talking with my contact at Honda, and I was like, listen, the people have spoken. The people have spoken. They want to see the Goldwing. And me personally, I so much prefer a Goldwing over a Rebel. I'm a bagger girl. I love my big, heavy bagger motorcycles. So Honda saw your guys' comments, all of them, and they were like, absolutely, we're gonna loan you our 2022 beautiful blue, I don't even know the technical term for this bike, but I'm calling it beautiful blue, DCT Tour edition. So I got the tour pack in the back. I love putting junk in the trunk, and it has been an absolute pleasure for the past couple days that I've had this bike. I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you guys. Oh man, we're getting some looks, man. I look like an absolute unit on this motorcycle right now. Life is so good in my dad's shoes. Also, huge shout out to Shade Tree Surgeon for sending me these amazing Nike, I don't even know what they're called, Airwalks or something. I probably should look it up. I owe that guy a beer, man, because I have never felt so cool in my whole life. And I made fun of Josh. You know I made fun of Princess Dad shoes. And he got me these spiffy little doodads over here, and I just feel like I'm walking on sunshine, baby. Everything has fallen into place. Life is good. But yes, I knew nothing about this motorcycle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Or as Whistling Diesel says, I gotta lie. I did not know how to open the gas cap. That's how little I knew about this motorcycle the very first time I hopped on it. I was like, thank God it had a full tank of gas, because I was like, I genuinely have no idea how to open the gas cap. And there's like a little compartment down here that you do it, but that's the thing I'm just not used to. There's so many compartments. This thing is a spaceship. It's like I said, DCT automatic transmission. It says I'm in 7th gear right now, so I genuinely don't even know how many gears is in this machine. I believe the manual transmission is 6 gears. So if this is a 7-speed automatic, I'm in tour mode. That kind of makes sense. I mean, I was doing like 28 miles an hour in 5th gear, so I was like, damn, we're really, I can't imagine how good the gas mileage is on this thing. From what I learned online, I do believe you get roughly above 40 miles per gallon. And on a 5.5 gallon tank, or however big this is, I would never have to stop. I don't ever have to refuel. So one of my favorite things off the bat, this little guy, if you look right here, there's a little button right there, and that raises the windscreen. And I bet you right now the audio just got 10 times better on this vlog because I have my windscreen up. It immediately reduces the buffeting. Unfortunately, I'm 5'7" tall, and I'm looking straight through it. If I sit up really high, I can see over top of it, but you know, you should never be looking directly through your windscreen on any motorcycle. So I like to play around with that, lower it. Like right now, I can see just over top of it, and I still don't get any buffeting. It's absolutely lovely. The bike is very tall. I'm not sure exactly the seat height. Of course, I'm gonna put it on the screen here, and I'm gonna link this motorcycle down below if you would like to see the actual spec sheet, because this isn't about specs. It's about ergos. It's about feeling. It's about, for the first time ever, I get to ride a Honda Goldwing DCT for a while. I have this bike on loan from Honda for a few months. So I'm really hoping that maybe I can take it somewhere, just get some good content on this bike, and get a really good idea for you guys on how it holds up to my other bagger bikes that I have ridden. And if you know me, you know I've ridden a lot of baggers. This is not the bagger edition, this is the tour edition, so that means we have the tour pack. The bagger does not have the tour pack. It's about 50 pounds lighter and about $1,000. No, I think they're actually they're a couple thousand. I can't remember the price. I know if you get the manual transmission tour, it's $1,000 cheaper, but the bagger only comes in DCT. That is something that I do not agree with. I just don't understand. It's the same with the Rebel. The Rebel 1100T only comes in DCT. So I don't know the thought process of why Honda's doing that, why they're only forcing you to buy DCT in certain models. I genuinely don't know. I personally would like to have the option to buy a manual transmission. And on this bike, you can buy the manual transmission. Just not on the bagger. All right, you know what? I think we should go ahead and pop it into sport mode. Whoa, oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna give sport mode a try once we get on this little country road back here. All right, lots of loose gravel, straighten out, and let's give it a go. Holy. Whoa! Oh my God! Dude! Oh, whoa. Okay, that was... Man, this thing has power. It is an 1800cc motorcycle, so that... I mean, I'm not shocked by that. But just feeling that inertia and that the G-force kick in when you're on an automatic motorcycle, that is just like a weird feeling. You're used to feeling it in a car, but on a bike, dude, like the downshifting, the rev matching. Woo, That's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it back into, there's an a tour mode. There we go. All right. Tour mode is definitely where it's at. It's not as aggressive. It's not as twitchy. Just like all other motorcycles with modes. Tour mode is just smooth sailing, baby. And I love it. That's how I like to ride. But I think I love seeing like the suspension up there. I don't know if you can see that bouncing around. Like, this thing rides like a boat. It's beautiful. The one thing that I can already tell would probably in the future probably drive me a little nuts. The seat is like super wide. It's very wide, and I have narrow hips. I have a 31-inch inseam from the very top of my leg all the way down to the ground. So I have kind of tall legs, but my hips are so narrow, so the seat is a little wide, and I'm on my tippy toes while I'm at stops and stuff like that. I don't know. This is not the model with airbag. Air ride was what I meant to say. Obviously, I don't know if you can. I don't know anything about air ride, honestly, except that you sit really low and it looks cute. Sorry if that offended any of you macho men out there with an air ride. It rides like a dream, man. I can tell you that right now. I truly thought about just hopping on this and hitting the road, doing an iron butt somewhere just to see how it is. Very, like trial by fire kind of integration into a new motorcycle. I personally love the protection from the wind. I love the adjustable windscreen. I love all of the vents and the panels and the body. Like, I love that. And I'm telling you guys right now, I don't feel in my heart the way I feel on other bikes while riding this bike. And you probably understand what I mean by that, but I will say I feel something completely different. Look, this is fun. I can let go of the... I have no clutch. I can just let go, and the bike is... Okay, anyway. Ride with both hands. Safety number third, whatever. Oh, God, I just looked at roadkill. Oh, God, that is like my number one rule, Jess. Never look at the roadkill. Oh, anyway. I totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, the feeling that I get. First of all, I'm looking fire AF in my dad outfit. And, yeah, absolutely. This is how it should be. I don't ever want to ride another motorcycle without my dad's shoes. They're just comfortable. And then, of course, I call this shirt, this is my Law Tigers party shirt, but I call it my Her Two Beers shirt, because I wore this when I was on the High Seas Rally, like the entire cruise. I wore it, and when I got this shirt on, that means I'm Her Two Beers. That means it's time to party. But when I'm on a motorcycle, no beers, baby. It's all dad ventures on the Goldwing. So the feeling that I feel right now, I don't know. It's something about when you kind of know, you walk into a room and you kind of know people are looking at you, but you don't, you're just like, yeah, that's right. Take a good look, baby. Take a long drink, because I know this is worth looking at. It might not be what you thought you were going to be seeing, but it's worth looking at. It's beautiful. I saw this blue when they dropped the bike off to me. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know it came in blue. Shows how much I know. But dude, I'm thinking of a name. This is not my motorcycle. I already told you Honda's letting me borrow this bike for a couple months. Yeah, I'm just forever stoked. I still haven't gotten my other bagger back from the shop yet. So having a fun new automatic motorcycle with reverse. That's right, shaft drive motorcycle, baby. We have reverse. And I've been using the hell out of it. But yeah, this has just been such a fun ride. It's a big, cumbersome motorcycle, but it feels featherweight. And I know, you've been telling me this for years. You have been telling me for years. Try a Goldwing, you'll never go back. What you fail to remember, friends, is that, I have the too much gene. That's what they call it when you want too much, you do too much. That's what I have. So there's almost nothing in my life that I'm just like, absolutely not, like you can just keep it. If someone tells me to try a new motorcycle, yeah, I'm going to try a new motorcycle. And these puppies, good boys. And I knew I would love this bike, man. It's just, it's a looker. It's comfortable. Oh, man. I mean, like, I need to take it on a long ride. I think the next time we take this bike out, we should probably go a little further than probably just 25 miles. But I would like to take this bike for a decent a decent ride, and then get a pretty good gauge of how the seat feels and the ergos of it. Because right now it is kind of, it does feel a little cramped up, and not in a bad way. You know, I'm kind of smaller for a person, technically, shorter ish, wider than most, but my legs fit incredibly comfortable on this bike. Seriously, I don't feel cramped up. I like having my legs at a 90-degree angle. I can stand, which is kind of nice to look over this blind hill. Like, I can stand up easy peasy. It's a great bike. All right, guys. Well, there are a few things that I wanted to show you that I can't do while riding. So let's go ahead and hop off the bike and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And now the one thing I want to talk about before I actually get off the bike, you can't tell. I'm on a pretty solid grade. I'm on a downhill and I'm facing down. So if I let go of the brake, we're rolling forward, even though I'm in drive. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this thing in neutral. So I'm in neutral, still rolling forward, but I can't put it in first gear. Well, down here, handy dandy parking brake. Now I ain't rolling. So I can put the kickstand down and safely lean the bike over. But remember to release the parking brake. Ask me how I know. And then this is kind of nice. You just go beep, beep, and it's off. Okay, so some of the things I wanted to talk about on this bike that I can't do while riding is all of the secret compartments and doors. This is what I mean. So obviously, we have the saddlebags and we have the trunk. Easy, right? And then you come up here and you got this little cubby with a button. Like, total makes sense. And then there's the... Hello? Buttons like enter, pop for gas. No, nothing. I couldn't figure this out for the life of me. I had to Google it. This. There's a cubby down here with a little gas release. Yeah, I don't want to admit that I felt stupid because honestly I don't think any normal person would think to look down here for it, but I found the gas. So, problem solved. Another thing I don't think the average person would figure out immediately is where are the passenger pegs? I thought this was the passenger peg, but actually that's just it's like a skid plate basically. Everything folds out. This thing is like Optimus Prime. I'm not joking. And then we go around back here to the trunk. You have a little release button. The trunk opens and you can fit 2 full-size modular helmets in the back of this. Maybe not with my GoPro in here, but there's plenty of space for 2 full-size helmets. You know I love good storage. I want all the storage on my motorcycle. With the good comes the bad, and the one thing I can tell you that would absolutely drive me crazy if I owned this bike are these. Like, you think that's the button. Nope. All the way back here. Tiny itty bitty button. Clamshell bags. Personally, they seem to have plenty of storage, but for me and how I pack, I know immediately as soon as I put stuff in here and then it opens sideways, it's all gonna come tumbling out and I'm never gonna be able to put it all back in the same way. I have yet to fill them up, but let me know if you would like to see me go camping on the Goldwing. Honestly, my initial thoughts are this thing's a lot taller than I thought it was gonna be, and it makes it feel super top heavy because of that trunk. That's to be expected. I knew it was gonna feel heavy, but with how wide the seat is, I was a little sketched out the first couple times I took this bike out because it was a little teetery, you know? Second, brakes. Brakes are phenomenal. We got the dual front discs up here. This thing stops on a dime. For how big this damn bike is, the brakes are amazing. So far, I'm absolutely adoring the color and the comfort of this motorcycle. I do hope I get the time to take a really fun trip with it, but until then, it's been awesome just riding around town, I'm not gonna lie. Since I've personally never ridden this motorcycle longer than 50 miles, please let me know if there's anywhere you would like me to go, if there's any questions you have about this bike specifically, and what you think I should name it. Even though it's not my bike, still gotta give her a name. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to Shade Tree Surgeon for my new kicks, and a big thanks to Honda Power Sports for loaning me this beautiful bike. Until my next video, you guys, thank you so much for watching this one. You be good, and I'll see you later.